The second battleground that you have to make sure you win is your mind. The battle that takes place in your mind. Look at me. Anything that has your mind has your own life. Anything that has your mind has your whole life. Think about this. What do you think will come out of you when your brain stops working? Just think about it. What do you think will come out of you when your brain stops working? Nothing. How far do you think you can go when your brain stops working? Just think about it. A major battleground is your mind. That is why you have to build your own strongholds against the battles of the mind. Because look at me, the enemy will always come to bring battles of fear, battles of doubts, low self-esteem, deceptions. The enemy will come to bring so many battles in your mind, to even lie to you about yourself, to tell so many bad things about you to yourself. And you have to be spiritual enough that when the enemy brings those battles, you win. You see, sometimes there are things that the enemy whisper into my mind, and I say, devil, you are talking about yourself, not me. Yeah, you are talking about yourself, not me. When the negative thought come, when the evil thought come, when the bad thought come, you have to immediately make sure you are on top of that case. Sometimes some of you hear things like, nobody wants you, everybody hates you. All of a sudden, if you don't fight that battle that the enemy brings immediately, you begin to settle for it. No matter how many people love you, all that you see is rejection. No matter how many people are there for you, all that you see is rejection. Why? Because the enemy has won in your mind. Come on, preach it. Yeah. Are you here? Yes. When all those bad words drop in your mind, you have to fight it immediately and take them out. You are nobody, you are useless. You cannot make it in life. When those thoughts come, when those negative words drop in your mind, you have to be spiritual enough to immediately get them out of your mind before they settle down. Because your mind is a battleground. Are you here? Yes. Your mind is a battleground. So anytime the enemy drop any battle of words into your mind, you have to know how to stand immediately and get those words out of your mind. Sometimes it can be negative things. Some of you, the enemy has won in your mind. He has turned you against yourself. Yeah. I was telling a woman that, hey, your boyfriend is not wicked. It is you who is wicked to yourself. I said, look at me. Your boyfriend is not wicked. It is you who is wicked. And she said, Prophet, what do you mean? And I said, yes, it is you who is wicked. How can you be with somebody who is always beating you and you are still there? Are you not wicked? Hello? How can you be with somebody always beating you, stabbing you, cutting you, and you are still there? Are you not wicked to yourself? You are very wicked to yourself. You don't like yourself. Are you here? You don't like yourself. And you see, you'll be very shocked that that same person came to church and said, I don't like the way the usher is looking at me. I'm angry. I'll not come to this church again. Meanwhile, somebody is doing all these things to you at home. You never leave. Somebody is cutting you, cursing you, beating you, abusing you every day. You never left the house. But you came to church. Somebody didn't greet you. You are saying, hey, I don't like the energy. You know what energy is? I don't like the way they treated me. They treated me badly. They don't even greet me. I'll not come. Do you know what treatment is? Do you know what a good treatment is? You. Do you know what a good treatment is? You don't know. It's a battleground. Number 2, the third battleground is called ignorance. Huh? Ignorant. Let me tell you something. Let me tell you something that will shock you. I was doing deliverance for a woman of God. And I said, woman, you are a witch, but you don't know. I said, woman, you are a witch, a very powerful one, but you don't know. I said, me you are talking about, and I said, you, yeah. You are possessed by the spirit of witchcraft. And she said, is it me you are talking to? And I said, yeah, you are possessed with the spirit of witchcraft. And I began to tell her some things, and she said, me? And I said, yes, you are possessed by the spirit of witchcraft. That is where you always beat your husband and he will be bleeding. If he's not bleeding, you will not stop. You always want to do things that will make people hate for blood to come. You always want to cause a major trouble, and you don't even know that the spirit behind those things, those violent, is the spirit of witchcraft that you are possessed with. She was like, prophet, you say me, I'm a witch? And I said, yes, you are a very powerful witch. And I said, let me tell you how you are possessed by the spirit of witchcraft. And I said, many years ago, you were coming down from a bus. And when you are coming down, something cut your finger. You had a cut, something in the bus just cut your finger a little bit. And blood was coming out. So when you stood by the bus stop, you just press your finger like this. And when the blood is coming out, you do it like this. And at that moment, the spirit of witchcraft possesses you. Why? Because you are drinking blood. So the spirit available at that moment just possesses you. Because you were drinking blood. You see, many people are possessed by witchcraft. By drinking blood. And I said, woman, that is how it started. Say, Jesus. And I began to explain to her why so many things are happening in her life, and she didn't even understand why. Say, prophet, I don't even understand. Sometimes I will do some of these things and I will go and lock myself in the room and I will cry and I will weep and I don't understand why I did those things I did. And I say, yes, the spirit possesses you. That is why if you don't see blood, you will not come down. When you are angry, you have to see blood. You have to hit somebody. You have to scratch. You have to see blood. Because if you don't see blood, not you. And I say number two, that is the reason why every time you are doing something, something will happen to you and you have a cut. Something will happen to you in a kitchen. Almost every week you cutting onion, something, you had the cut. Something happened and you have the cut. And I say, why? Because the spirit that possesses you always wants blood. That is why every little thing, something cuts you and you have to do it. Because the spirit needs blood, and even you yourself, you don't know. And I said, let me tell you something. You see your last born, you are the one sucking his blood. She almost collapsed. Yeah. She almost collapsed. Say, prophet, sometimes my son, they'll be doing something and they'll be hurt. Maybe they're clipping their nails and they'll be hurt. And I'll take their hand and put it in my mouth. And I say, yeah, the spirit in you always wants blood. The spirit in you always wants blood. So from just sucking your own blood, the next stage, you begin to suck other people's blood. And you already started it. You see, there are things about spirituality, I can't say it here. Because some of you, you collapse when you hear it. That's why people say, prophet, I don't understand why certain things are happening in my life. It's because you are doing so many things ignorantly that you don't know the consequences. Yeah. Look at me. There's no spirit that will see blood and pass by. There is no spirit that will see you drinking blood and pass by without possessing you. Because every spirit, as far as they are black or red, they want blood. Are you here? As far as they are black or they are red, they want blood. You see, some of a certain anger you have, The spirit behind it is just by just that thing. Yeah. Little things people do. And as a result, they get possessed by strong demons and they don't even know why. Ignorant. It's a battleground. When we started the deliverance, it wasn't easy. The demons started manifesting. Yeah. Say, I want to drink all their blood. Yeah. That was when I found out that the wife, all the children, they all have high blood pressure. Why? She herself has been sucking all their blood, but she didn't know. You see, sometimes I pray a certain prayer, and I said, Father, if I am the problem, if I am the reason why I am going through anything I am going through, deliver me first. If I am my own enemy, if I am an enemy against my own life, deliver me first. Or deliver me. Because sometimes you can be fighting yourself, but you don't know. You can be your own demons, yet you don't know. You'll be there thinking there's a spirit somewhere fighting you. Meanwhile, you have become your own spirit. Look at me. You see, in this physical world that we live, there are spirits everywhere looking for people to possess in order to work. In order to express the excellency of their power. That is why you have to be very careful the things you do. Are you here? You have to be very careful everything you do, because ignorance is not an excuse. When it comes to the things of the spiritual world,